And I was reading that recently. The band posted on Facebook something ironically saying, "Hey, thanks everyone who's trying to take credit for getting us back together." I'd like to ask you guys, what was the real driving force that made you guys come back together again?
Actually, it had a lot to do with Paul Tollett of Coachella. You know, he started talking about it. It seemed real. So at that point, I just, you know, told my people that they could go ahead and start talking to people and see what's going on. And then as it became more real, then I text Fernando and asked for Slash's number, and then Fernando texts his mom and is like, "If this is a joke, I'm gonna kill you."
But when you guys signed up for Coachella, did you think at the time it was going to be a one-off kind of thing, and then only later it developed into a full tour?
No, it started with talking about Coachella, but at the same time that those talks were starting, there were people involved with Coachella, agencies and things. So they were having these conversations about what they could possibly do or not. So it was all being considered.
So both of you already had it in mind that, well, this might end up turning into a full-blown tour.
We started talking like in the spring, you know, yeah. I mean, but it's like everybody's people were finding out about possibilities and things like that, and then we started talking together in the spring and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard. Go ahead.
It was just, you know, getting into rehearsals. It was really just kind of like one day at a time. I don't know that I thought too much about how far ahead. It was just really cool to play some of that music with the guys I was playing it with.
Right. I've read comments you guys have made about the current state of the music industry, and I have a question about that. Let's say if you guys were, let's say, 17 at this day and age, the exact same guys you were 30 years ago, do you think the whole environment of music, of the business, would allow a band like Guns N' Roses to be born?
I don't know. I don't recall what I've said about the state of music.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
I don't know what I would, you know, be gravitating towards out there, and what medium I would be listening to it in. I mean, you meet people that, you know, some listen to the radio, other people are like, what's radio? You know, now.
Yeah.
Other people listen to internet radio.
Streaming services.
Yeah, streaming services. Or some people like collect CDs, you know, and some people collect cassettes now, you know. And
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where I would be, what I'd be gravitating towards.
And I have 18 and 16-year-old daughters, so I'm so informed by what. It's not about me, you know. We're like, it shouldn't be about me either. It's what their experience is and what like their streaming service turns them on to, and there's this whole underground scene again where people are playing instruments and going to these little shows. And I've gone to a couple with them. It's a whole new thing that we might have recognized, maybe, but I'm not sure.
In LA, you mean?
Hey, on the West Coast.
On the West Coast.
I've seen, yeah. Gone to a couple
you mean
different
small
things.
clubs, that kind of
Small.
thing?
Yeah, there's a place called The Smell, and it's like on Skid Row, and it smells, and and it's $5 to get in. And
CBGBs all over again.
ish. Yeah, but the kids, you know, they take like Uber there.
All right. A little bit different.
Yeah.
All right. Do you go out to see music, Axel, at all?
Not lots, no. I'm not, oddly, I guess, I'm not really a live performance guy. But I'd rather watch sports on TV rather than, most of the time, than go to an actual game. I'd rather, because I like the close-ups and all of that. So I'll watch some things if it's filmed, but I'm not so much seeing things
Going
live
out.
a whole lot.
Talking about small venues, what was it like for you guys to be back at the Troubadour and do a Guns N' Roses show?
Great for about a song and a half.
When you broke
Yeah. Yeah. He broke his foot, second song, man.
But you went on, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you realize I had broken your
Yeah, I was pretty sure I did.
Yeah, you said it. You said it. I think I
I
broke
was
my foot.
pretty sure I did.
foot? Okay.
You know, and because my sister had just broken her leg a few months before, and she'd made this comment. She goes, you know, when you break something, you know, and all
that
of a
was
sudden
it.
on stage I was like, she's right, you you know, and then yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing dates in November in Brazil. And of course, Axel, you have these very strong Brazilian connections, so to speak. The whole family that's so close to you. For those who are watching us who may not be very familiar with that story, could you sum it up for us, your Brazilian
Well,
connections?
I've been enslaved for several years now by a Brazilian family that torture me, and they make me go sing and stuff.
Go back to Guns N' Roses?
Yeah, you know, they whip me. No,
No, seriously.
no. I met Betta in '91 and her family, and then we've been together in ways since then, you know. And Betta's been a big help with everything behind the scenes with Guns N' Roses. Her family's been very supportive. Fernando has worked his way up in this business, doing all kinds of things, you know, with Guns N' Roses, but also with other companies and things. And you know, been everything from doing baggage and wardrobe to being a tour manager and stuff, and doing the jobs well. So, and he's also worked with all the managers that I've worked with and learned from them, and knows also how to communicate with them. So it seems to be something that, you know, they like to be involved with, and it helps everything, and plus they're a big family, you know, and I like the family environment, and it helps keep things kind of insular.
Cool. And